Hey, it's Dr. Nekeshia Hammond here with your mental health moment. I hope that you have had an amazing week. Let me know in the comments where you are tuning in from today. Um, Many of you who are not new to Mental Health Moment know that I do reside in the Tampa Bay area of Florida, which of course is one of the areas that was hit by that was affected by Hurricane Milton just last week. So really horrible storm, did a lot of damage, just in a lot of different places, frankly. So please, if you believe in prayer, good energy, good vibes, whatever you believe in, please keep sharing that. Please keep sharing that with everyone. This year's just been a lot with the different hurricane seasons. So please keep, excuse me, please keep that in mind when you're just thinking about others. And Yeah, it was a lot. That was actually for me. I've been in Florida almost all my life, and yeah, I would say Hurricane Milton for me personally was the scariest storm. The sound of the wind at 11 p.m. I'll never forget that sound. It was the like angriest sounding wind, like really fast wind. The water hitting against the window made it seem like the windows were going to break in the house. Like it was just a pretty traumatic experience, honestly. Like just horrible. Not to mention knowing people that lost a lot of things and a lot of devastation. I'm Some of my friends just got back power recently, so they've been out for almost a week, and it's a lot. And some people are still without power. A lot of people are still without power. The schools have been out since last week, this week. Like it's a lot going on. So again, please send prayers, good energy, good vibes, whatever you believe in, because it's a lot to go through a hurricane. Mm, there's just so many hurricanes right now this season that affect a lot of people. Um, so okay. So yes, please send all the good energy. So let me give you a quick announcement and then, well, for those of you who knew from last week about this week, we will be diving in to my new book, Mindset Training, Conquer Your Mind, and the rest will follow. So each of these weeks, actually, that is my announcement, but each of these weeks until the end of the year, I will be going, excuse me, into different chapters and overviewing some of the chapters and things for you to think about based off of the book. And thanks so much again for those of you who are starting to tune in here. It's Dr. Hammond here with your mental health moment. Again, let me know where you're tuning in from in the chat. All right. So, and mindsettrainingbook.com has the information about the book and all the places you can order the book. I know a lot of people have asked. It is on Amazon. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble, Walmart.com, Books a Million, and a couple other online retailers. But that's where you can find the book. All right. So, mindset training, conquer your mind, and the rest will fall. All right. So, today I wanted to just sort of dive in and talk about chapter 1. I have been debating. Well, I'm not going to read the whole book. I know someone else that did that, which was actually kind of cool. And then each week, that person was reading their book. But I'm not going to read all the books, but I will read some of the passages. That way, I, give you an opportunity to read it for yourself and just have your own experience going through the book. But I'll tell you what the chapters are about. So, chapter 1 is actually titled "Abundance versus Scarcity." And I know a lot of people have also asked, as an aside before I start the book, I know a lot of people have also asked where's the best place to donate. There's a lot of really, really good resources out there. Actually, let me put it in the comments. So actually, okay, I'm actually gonna put in, I'll just put in really quick. Because one of the boards that I'm on, it's called, let me see, I think it went through. It's called the Ryan Neese Foundation. We do a lot of work. Yep, we do a lot of work in the community, in all sorts of different ways, just try to help people in the community. There's a lot of different programs, but if you're on Instagram, I right here. if you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook or wherever you're on, we're on different platforms. If you look for Ryan East Foundation or Power of Giving, if you're on Instagram, there's a list of resources if you want to help in some way, if you want to donate or you have the time or however it is that you're able to give and help, that's where you can find it. Okay. All right. So thank you all in advance for any way that you can help. Again, if you're sending good vibes, prayers, donations, time, whatever it is you can give, thank you in advance because we need it. Okay. Mindset training, conquer your mind, and the rest will follow. So, chapter 1, again, is about abundance versus scarcity. And the reason why I started this book this way is because you have to ask yourself the first question is really to think about where is your mindset at? Are you in a place where you're focusing so much on scarcity, you're focusing so much on lack, you're focusing so much on what's going wrong, or are you in a place where you're focusing on abundance and you're focusing on good things and you're focusing on positive things? I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to have, shifting that mindset, but it's definitely possible. So I'm going to read you briefly, not the whole chapter, but just hold on a minute if I can find it. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. I had that chapter. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to read you briefly for those of you who are like, well, what's the difference? Like, what really is the difference with this kind of mindset? So, an abundance mindset is an innate feeling that no matter what, everything will work out for your good. So, people with an abundance mindset favor personal and spiritual growth. Yay. Self-help guru Tony Robbins says an abundant mindset means that you have the belief that there's enough resources in the world for everyone. So you don't need to fight anyone. No one's taking what's for you, and you don't have to think about that. Like there's plenty to go around. The good in the world, the money in the world, the good things that happen to you, the good health, all of that. There's plenty of that for you. That's basically what abundance mindset is. Okay. And you're being grateful for whatever God or the universe provides, right? You don't have time to be jealous of someone else. You're not scrolling through social media like, I wish I had that person's whatever, their house or their car or their life or their whatever. We're not doing that, right? With abundance mindset, you're not jealous of anyone else. You're not comparing yourself to anyone else. You're focused on you. And you're focused on reaching your goals. They're fun to be around because they believe life happens for them and not against them. And I'm going to read you what scarcity mindset means. And then after I read that definition, you let me know in the comments. There's no judgment. This is always the no judgment zone. I'm going to help them with Dr. Hammond, but let me know in the comments if you feel you have an abundance mindset or scarcity. So just put abundance. If you're like, yep, I'm there, that's where I'm at. Or if you're like, I'm in scarcity mode right now, that's okay. We've got a little bit of work to do. Then put that also. Again, no judgment zone. So the scarcity mindset. People suffering from this mindset are rarely happy for long periods of time. They're constantly expecting bad, undesirable, or damaging things happening to them. Because of that thinking, you negatively impact people closest to you, whether it's your spouse, your children, your family members, your close friends. You don't like your job, you don't like your career, you're getting angry quickly, grief is taking over, you have work-life balance issues, you don't have confidence, you shy away from others. You're just limiting all the beautiful experiences that life has because you're always thinking about what's going to go wrong. I don't have this. I don't have that. I should be this. I should be that. I should be living this person's lifestyle. All of that. Like that's where your mindset is, right? So let me know. So now that you know the difference between the two, let me know in the comments. Do you feel like, and be honest with yourself. Again, no judgments on it. Do you feel like right now you're in a state of mind where you have an abundance mindset, or do you have a scarcity mindset? And again, even if you are honest with yourself and you're like, Dr. Hammond, right now I have a scarcity mindset, it's all good. I should have started the book that way, but we really have to be honest with ourselves. That probably should have been my intro chapter. Like, please be honest with yourself right now when you're going through your wellness journey, wherever you are at. You may be at a point where you're like, you know what? I know I have some things to work on. We all do. Welcome to life. No, we all have things we need to be working on. But if, again, you have that abundance mindset and you know you're working on your growth, the book is about how do you grow emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and physically, holistically as a person. What can you do to work on growing into a better version of who you are? So you can show up powerfully for yourself and the people around you. Okay. That's basically what it's about. So the first chapter is really about that. Um, I do remind you, chapter one, that you are an amazing human being. And I want, okay, let me put the book down for a second because I really need to emphasize that. Uh, One of the reasons why there's a million reasons why I wrote this book, but one of the reasons why I wrote this book, you all, is because what I have seen in 15 years of being a psychologist, meeting thousands and thousands of people from all over the world, all different walks of life, all continents, different states, all the things, right? Is that we don't give ourselves enough credit. And it is a mindset shift to get to that place. So it's okay if you're not already there. But I want to tell you today, in case no one else told you, that you really are amazing. I really want to share that with you because I've met a lot of people who I think are amazing human beings, have been through a lot, but are very resilient and don't give themselves enough credit. So maybe you're in that boat too. You just been through some stuff, right? That like you just right, life was lifing. You've been through some stuff, but you're resilient, and here you are. And hopefully you already ordered the book or you have it with you. And even if you don't, like it's not about that. Like please get the book. We're going to be talking about it for the next couple weeks. But if you don't, you can still be here and know what's in the book. Like it's not required. But I want to remind you of how amazing you really are, and know that you're stronger than you think you are. Like a lot of us have we're very strong. Like we have a lot of inner strength. You have to tap into that inner strength, but it's there. So I want to remind you of that, especially for those of you right now who may be going through a thing, whatever that thing looks like. This past week, as I mentioned, was a thing, y'all, with this hurricane. Like, woo, still trying to mentally recover from all that. It's a lot. It's just a lot, and it's something that popped up because who was waiting on a hurricane? Yes, it's hurricane season, but you know what I mean. I digress. So the point is, whatever it is you're going through, or not, please remember that you are amazing. Please remember that you have the ability to learn, you have the ability to change. Change is not always easy. Otherwise, we'd just be changing overnight. It doesn't work like that, but take the time for you that you need to move through this mental wellness journey, whatever that looks like for you and wherever you're at. Especially if you're like, I'm in a messy place or, whatever. We tell ourselves all sorts of things. It doesn't matter. It really honestly doesn't matter where you're at. Um, it just doesn't. There's always room for us to be moving towards more positivity for ourselves and improving ourselves in different areas of our life. Okay, now I can pick up the book again. I had to put it down for a second, y'all. Okay, so that's chapter one in a nutshell. It's obviously the intro chapter, and it really is about you taking the time to really assess for you. Are you in an abundance mindset or are you in a scarcity mindset? And again, wherever you're at, even if you're in an abundance mindset, which is a great mindset to be in, um, there's always things that you can improve, right? There's always ways you can improve your life. Gosh, I was just thinking today about this and just reflecting, and I'm like, the last couple years of my life, I have been extremely grateful for the person that God has just transformed me into. Like, I'm just like, I love this version of myself because though spending the majority of my life not necessarily in the self-care mindset that I needed to be in, but then once you get in it, you're like, oh, this is way better taking care of myself, right? Like it's a really great thing to be at that place, to have an abundance mindset, to make sure you're taking care of yourself, to make sure each day you're waking up and you're like, hey, how can I improve my life? Even if it's baby steps, it's a really beautiful place to be. Is my life perfect? Absolutely not. That's the next book. No, I'm just kidding. The 400-page novel. There's so many stories. But anyways, again, digressing here. So I do, on a serious note, I want to remind you of that because it's really, really, really important for you to keep in mind. Like when you change your mindset, you really start to change your life. You really start to change your perspective on things. When you get in a place of gratitude, which is another chapter we'll talk about later, but it is really life-changing. And the smallest things that you can do sometimes make the biggest difference in your life. It doesn't always have to be this huge grand thing that you're changing. Small things count too in your wellness journey. Small things. Okay, so as I'm wrapping up here. So essentially, so I'm gonna read just the last part of this book. If you allow me to guide you with this book through the murky waters of a healthy mindset, I promise you that your life will change for the better. That, my friend, is a journey worth taking. So basically, at the end of the book, I said, "Do you have your Sharpie? Are you ready to take notes?" It was really cute. Actually, someone that I knew, they tagged me today on like Instagram stories, and anyways, there was a part of the book that she liked, and she highlighted it and she posted it, which was really cute. So again, whether it's your Sharpie or your highlighter, I love highlighting in books too, or pen, whatever it is that you have. This is definitely a book that I would say start to take notes and be honest with yourself. You talk about this in another chapter, but you're welcome to share this journey with others, your mental wellness journey, if it makes sense for you. I will share with you that you yes, if it makes sense for you, and if the people around you are positive and supportive and will help you that mental wellness journey, or maybe it's a mental health therapist, or whomever it is that you need for you to be supportive in that journey, great. Or it might be a solo thing that you're doing right now, but you're like, you know what, let me make some changes on my own, take my book, do my thing. So it's all good. The most important thing is, are you working on you and taking care of yourself? um Okay, so that in a nutshell is chapter 1. So next week we're gonna go through. Hold on, let me get to the table of contents. I did not memorize the titles of every chapter, you all. So next week, chapter 2 is about one of my favorite topics, self-care. So, so I will be sharing again just some tidbits from the book next week, from chapter 2 next week, and also just my other thoughts about it and some of the things that I wrote. But again, if you haven't grabbed it already, it's called Mindset Training. Oops, Conquer Your Mind, and the rest will follow. Again, on Amazon or any online outlet. Mindsettrainingbook.com is where you can go to get more information about the book. And yeah, there's something else, but I'll tell you all next week. There's an upcoming I think it's a panel that I'll be doing. I believe it's in December, but anyways, I'll get all that information. I'll let you all know about it next week. But that one is open to the public, and so you're welcome to come to that. And I believe it's free. So I'll give you all the information though next week when I have it and make that announcement. But I hope again that you all take the time that you need. Continue to work on yourself, to continue to work on taking the baby steps that you need to move into an abundance mindset, because you deserve to have a healthy mindset. You deserve to be emotionally healthy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have joy in your life. You deserve all those things. You're very amazing. You deserve all those things. So take the time that you need this week to dive into that and take the steps that you need to move into an abundance mindset. And I will be back. Oh, you're also welcome to follow me on any social media platform at Dr. Nekeshia Hammond on all social media platforms. I'm usually sharing some sort of mental health resource on there. And yes, and I'll make more announcements next week when I have the information for you all. But I will see you all next week. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, you guys.